Hi, everyone.
Hello. My name is Ava, and I'm sitting here with the fantastic Duncan.
Thank you.
He is one of the teachers here at Clear Sky, and we have a insight retreat coming up, which is offered by our founding teachers, Doug and Catherine, and we've been getting a lot of questions.
Hmm.
It's been great. It's been really sparking a lot of questions about what to expect on the retreat, what is insight, and so we wanted to dive in and answer some of those questions for you here today.
Yeah, I think it's going to be an awesome retreat. Doug and Catherine are real masters at this area, so I think it's going to be a fantastic event.
I agree. I've already signed up. So I wanted to start with one of the really common questions that we've been getting, which is that it just seems like there's so many different kinds of meditation. You know, there's vipassana, there's breathing, mindfulness, concentration, and now there's insight. And so, what is the difference between all these meditations? Are they different?
Yeah, great question. So I think broadly speaking, you can say there's two approaches to meditation. So one is more about developing concentration, calm, bringing some spaciousness, more connectedness, more loving state. So these traditionally are called samatha practices. So they're about just developing that concentration. Could be breathing, could be mantra, could be movement like Tai Chi or yoga, could be visualization. On the other hand, you have the insight or vipassana, which is typically just breathing, focusing on the abdomen, rising and falling. And in those practices, we're really practicing bare attention. So we're just bringing the attention to the rise and fall of the abdomen and then just watching the patterns. So how is the breath? How is the body? What emotions, feelings, sensations, thoughts are arising? And we just sit there in a state of question and curiosity.
Sounds very intriguing. So, is one better than the other, would you say?
Yeah, great question. In our approach here at Clear Sky and with our founding teachers, we very much see them as complementary. In today's everyone's busy these days and distracted and overwhelmed and struggling. So the samatha practices are really useful for bringing some calm and concentration and space, helping you find your center a little more, because you can't really do the insight work if your mind's just really scattered and distracted or tired. Now, once you have that foundation of calm, then it's really good to bring in the question, which is the insight practice. So then you bring your curiosity, your investigation, which helps you really maybe then gain insight into the patterns, what's causing our struggles. So the concentration meditations in themselves don't really bring us freedom. They give us the space and the calm with which we can then bring to insight that might give us a transformative insight that will really bring more happiness and freedom in the future long term.
Nice. And then the last question that comes up, and this is something that comes up for me quite often in my own practice, which is, you know, when I am practicing meditation, is oftentimes I'll feel really flat or dull or often go into kind of a dreamlike state, and I'm not sure, you know, am I dreaming or am I meditating? And it can be hard to tell the difference.
Yeah.
And so any suggestions for when that comes up?
Yeah, that's a great question, and I think it's a common experience. One nice technique you can use is you can kind of seed the practice with a theme or a question, which helps if you're kind of in a sort of dreamy or dull state. It helps sort of bring the energy up and the curiosity up. So an example of a theme might be, in this meditation practice, I'm going to really look at change or impermanence. So I'm going to look at the arising and the passing. The breath comes and it goes. The sensation comes and goes. The feeling comes and goes. And then you sort of keep that as your focus during the practice. Or you can ask a specific question. So that might be, what is the nature of anger, for example, or what is compassion? What's compassionate action? Now, when you ask this question, you ask it at the beginning and then you drop it. So it's like you take a pebble and you drop it into the pond, and then you just leave it. So you just bring it to the breath, the rise and fall of the abdomen, and then you give space, you see what the depth brings up. So at the end of the practice, it's very important to do a review. So you notice the patterns that arose, and at that point you might get insights connected to your question. So this is one very good way, as I mentioned, just of bringing up the energy and the curiosity to give help combat that dreaminess or dullness that people sometimes have.
Well, thank you very much, Duncan.
Okay, you're very welcome, and it's the opportunity to do a 10-day retreat with Doug and Catherine is really precious, and to have that space and supportive conditions to really go deep and be present, and really gain insights into the patterns that cause our struggle, and relief from those is a really amazing opportunity. So we encourage you all to join.
Yes, definitely. And if this has brought up any other questions for you, or if there's anything that we didn't answer for you today, then I invite you to either drop us a line in the comments, write us on Facebook, send us an email, you can even call. We would be happy to answer anything that is coming up. Have a great day.
Okay, bye everyone.